Well, howdy there, y'all. Yamasaki here, coming at you with another video. This time it's going to be about repairing and restoring and lining an old International Harvester Cub Cadet Kohler gas tank. So some of you out there might have seen one of my more recent videos on how powerful the old IH Cub Cadet lawn tractors and garden tractors are. And I did mention that I have a 123 and a 125. Well, both of their gas tanks are sitting out here, and they need to be lined and repaired and just made pretty again. This one's to the 123 because the 123 is in a little bit rougher shape than the 125. That's why you can see more color on this guy here. So what we're going to have to do, there's not many steps. We're going to line the inside of the gas tank, but we're going to have to clean that out first. We're also going to paint strip it, and we're going to completely repaint it. So I don't have any actual Cub Cadet yellow, although I did order some on Amazon, and that'll be coming in the mail. But I also just went to the local hardware store and got some yellow Rust-Oleum spray paint. So, you know, as long as it's yellow, a nice deep golden yellow, it's going to look good no matter what. So let me go ahead and get you guys on the tripod over here and we'll get to work. Alright, so I've got everything laid out here. Upon closer inspection, this gas tank isn't bad at all. It's got a nice patina to it. You can still kind of see the 12 horsepower badge right there. And there's one on the other side there. But if you guys can see that, where the gas cap goes, it's pretty rusted. And then on the bottom here, where that fitting is, that's also pretty rusted. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to strip this thing. And I have just bought some Jasco premium paint and epoxy remover from my local not Harbor Freight, but my local Ace Hardware. And then here's that paint that I told you guys I was using. Golden Sunset. The only other thing I don't have here is Pour 15, which is what we are also going to be using to line the inside of this gas tank. So let's get everything out of the way here. All we need is the stripper here. I'm going to put this guy on the best we can. Yeah, I did not realize how crusty these gas tanks got, especially this guy here. So I don't think there's a ball in here to mix it up really, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to spray it. It says 15 minutes, so we're going to see. We're just going to spray this guy. Oh man. There we go. It's kind of getting clogged up. This nozzle's getting clogged here, guys. There we go. We'll do it on the other side here. Let's get it on the other side. And then we just gotta wait. Yeah, it's really clogged. It's really getting clogged here. It's not making me very happy. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I got the entire thing coated, and you can actually see right there on this side here. Excuse me, guys. Right here, you can see it's raising that paint real nice. So, we're going to go ahead and give that a little weight. Alright, so as you guys can see, after 15 minutes, it's really dug on into that paint. So we're going to go ahead, and I have a bucket of water over here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to wipe off all that old paint. I've got a bucket of water here. I'm just going to dip a rag into it. We are going to have to do the bottom as well, but I figured might as well get this top done first. Now you can always go ahead and sand and Scotch-Brite and wire wheel your gas tanks, however you want to do it, but I think this is going to work terrifically. So we just got this. Now I'm just going to go ahead and want to wipe all this off. Every bit we can get off. Yeah, it's coming off nice. Look at that, look at that. It is coming off like a breeze. You want to wear gloves because this stuff is pretty nasty. You may have to do a second coat. I don't know. We're just going to keep at her until we get it done. Get around all the sides as much as we possibly can. Now I usually use a big gallon jug that comes with this like gel paint remover, and it's designed to strip the finish off of aircraft, so it's pretty strong stuff, but we have since run out of that stuff, so I figured I'd go and pick up this that can of Jasco premium paint remover and epoxy, and you know what? I gotta say, it works pretty darn good. It is actually taking that paint off quite easily. Might have to use some elbow grease, but you'll get it off. You'll get it off. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video here, guys, and I'll get back to you when I get all this crap off. Alright, so I got most of the paint off. Had to do about 3 more coats. And then I did the bottom side. I think that took 1 coat, but you can see there's still a little bit of paint and stuff everywhere. I did do a layer of xylene over it to get all the residue off. And all these other spots, I'm just going to go ahead and, wire wheel away to give it an extra finish for that paint to stick. And then I'm also going to have to, regardless, I'm going to take and put some of that xylene in here and some bolts and shake it around and seal it up. But before I do that, I'm going to need to work on these threads to get this gas tank and gas cap to work better together. Usually that does the trick. Oh yeah, way better. Maybe put some grease or some oil on those threads and it'll work. But I'm going to go ahead and wire wheel this up, guys, and then by the time you see the next clip, I'm going to probably be pouring xylene and some bolts and nuts in here and sealing it up good and tight and getting all that rust out of there, because we really do not want that, guys. That stuff, that rust will cause holes in this thing big time. Should probably get this spot too, so stay tuned. Alright, so we're ready for the next step. We're going to go ahead and put some xylene in here, seal this thing up with some nuts and bolts, and give her a good shake to get all that rust out of there. I already did the seal on the bottom here. The way that this 123 and 125 are different is this has a male connector, whereas the 125 gas tank has a female connector, and it's flat and flush with the tank itself. So it's quite interesting to find out, but let's go ahead and get this xylene in here. And I just used some saran wrap and some rubber bands. Whatever you got, it's probably going to do the trick. Oh man, this cap on here. There we go. So one thing I don't like about these caps, they can be kind of a bugger. Let's go ahead and pour some of that in there. We don't need a lot. Looks like I spilt a good amount. I spilt a good amount on the tank, but that's alright. Go ahead and we'll just wipe it off. Never hurts to give a second or third or fourth or fifth wipe. And let's see, is that holding? Looks like it's holding. I don't have any leaks. So we're just going to go ahead and put all this is a tried and true method to get rust out. You just put what you got in there. I'm going to wrap this saran wrap the best we can. Just like that. Stick it on there. Take our rubber band. And this is not so easy with gloves. We're going to do our best. Stick it on like that. And then we're going to put our gas cap. Oof, if we can. Actually, we can't because I don't know if you guys can see that. I can get real close up here. But that breather in there is not going to allow us to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and give her a shake. I'll hold it by the... That's all we want to do is just give her a good shake and get all that rust loosened up. So after I'm done doing that, guys, I think it's going to be on to pouring that Pour 15 stuff in there, and we're going to get it sealed, and then we're going to get her painted, and that'll be it for this video, guys, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I got all the rust out that I could. Put some lacquer thinner in there, and also did a second coat of getting the rust out. I let it dry in the sun, and now I believe we are ready to use our Pour 15 gas tank sealer. And it says that this stuff needs at least 96 hours to dry. We gotta get it in there, rotate it, seal it up, let it drain for 30 minutes. So alright, here we go. And I'm supposed to stir this, but I think we'll be alright. Let's get it all in there. So we got it in there. We'll put that aside. We're going to start sealing her up with some saran wrap. Fold it all nice like that. And I lost all my flipping rubber bands on the last couple of times I used the lacquer thinner and everything. So I have to improvise even further and use some wire. And that is how I'm going to seal this up. Get it all on there. Press it tight. Give it a twist. And then you just keep on twisting until it's nice and tight on there. Alright, so now all we gotta do is we gotta slowly rotate all that stuff in there. I'm going to do it on the top too. Slowly work it. Get it all up on in there. Now, it says 96 hours to dry completely. Gotta let the excess of the stuff you put in here drain for 30 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain this thing for 30 minutes and let it dry for a couple hours, and then that's when I'm gonna prime the tank and paint it. And by the end of tomorrow, I'll have a completely ready to go gas tank. I am going to have to be careful about everything that's getting on here That's why I have this bucket here. I'm also going to use this bucket to drain it. But you can kind of see how it's getting past that sealer. I don't want that to get onto the threads on either side. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to keep doing this for another, probably 5 or 10 minutes, guys. And then we'll get back to it. Alright, so now we're at the paint process, and I just put on the first coat of primer. I'm using just regular old Rust-Oleum automotive primer. I love Rust-Oleum. They've never really failed me. Not the best paint, but not the worst. You know, I went ahead and did the bottom side first. There is still a little bit of liquid fuel sealer in there that's still moving around and sloshing around in there, so I have to keep turning it every so often. But so far it's looking real good. Next time you guys see it, it will be painted nice and bright yellow. So, heck yeah. Got the cap and everything. And that right there is the finished product with the final coat on the top. Came out really, really good. I still have to clear coat it, but and because I was trying to get the bottom, or at least the corners and everything, I flipped it upside down on accident on top of the cap, and the remaining liquid Pour 15 got up on the threads and in this cap and everything, but I think it's going to be alright. It's going to seal it up. I just need to keep moving it. I just put the final coat on top, so I'm going to need to wait a minute for it to dry. But I also did smush it with a rag right there, so it kind of messed up the finish there. But you know what? It's a 50-something-year-old gas tank. It's not going to be perfect, but it definitely looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I do have some new decals coming for the tank as well, so yeah, looking good. So I do believe that is going to end this video here, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really wanted to show you guys that you know, you can do a relatively good job with inexpensive paints and inexpensive tools and materials if you need to do a little bit of gas tank work. This sealer, I bet, is probably good if you have pinholes or severe rust in your tanks. I know the Ford garden tractors had a real bad problem with gas tanks. My dad actually had to fabricate a custom gas tank for the Ford 100. The Ford 120 has a good gas tank, but getting kind of to the point where it was going to start getting leaky too. So we both sealed those ones. I got this one all done and sealed up. Now it's on to this bad boy, and you can really see the difference here, original versus new. And I think the color's maybe a little bit off, but you know what? It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. It's not perfect, but it's really good for what it is. I did get a little bit of cotton and fabric on the bottom there from the rag, from it sitting on there too long. Yellow, I believe, is probably another color that's just very weird to me in the fact that, you know, it takes so long to dry and it's really tacky. Red is another color that I've run into the same problem, but just got to let it dry and give this sealer, you know, a couple of days to fully dry, and it's going to be good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content. And Yamasaki out. We'll see y'all later.